What's up, family? My name is Elijah Almi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a grown folk channel. This is where we have heart-to-heart conversations and keep it real. Here on this channel, everybody matters. Everybody's family. Here on this channel, we express love because at our core, we are love. I love you guys, and thank you for being with me on this beautiful journey called life. Peace.
What's up, family? Man, it's about 2:30 Friday morning. Just finished meditating and just felt led to get on and have this heart to heart with you guys. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this, but man, I pray that you have a receptive spirit, that you have an open mind, and that you're able to understand and process what I'm about to share with you. Okay, it's gonna be life changing for some of you. Okay. Years ago, I was in a relationship. I was married, and prior to that marriage, man, I was just out there just doing all kind of crazy stuff, right? And then became a single parent for a number of years, raising my two older kids, the only two kids I had at the time. Changed my life. Now I want to settle down. You know what I mean? Now I wanted to be married and do all the things right in a marriage. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Dealt with a lot of my issues. I grew up a lot. Grew up a lot. So this young lady and I get married. And family, I did everything I could to make this relationship a success. Stay with me, I'm gonna go somewhere. I did everything that I could to make this relationship work. Man, going to church, not that that helped any, it didn't help at all. Man, let's go to counseling, we went to counseling, therapy, that didn't help, you know what I mean? This lady wasn't receptive to anything. Stay with me. Please understand, this is not about bashing this individual. This is about sharing some knowledge, some understanding, some information that can help you, okay? This is not about putting anybody down. This is about giving you an understanding of where you may be at, okay? And helping you navigate through your darkness, you know what I mean? Because I've been there, you know what I mean? I've been there. Stay with me. And so I'm doing everything I can to show this lady that, man, I'm all about her. You know what I mean? I'm doing everything I can to show this young lady that, man, she's the one for me. You know what I mean? She's the one for me. I don't need anybody else. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good. Man, I'm putting her up on this pedestal. Stay with me. Nothing I did was ever good enough for her. Stay with me. It didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter where I took her. It didn't matter what I bought her. It didn't matter how much time I tried to spend with her. Nothing I ever did was good enough. And in the beginning, man, that broke my spirit. In the beginning, that so frustrated me because, man, I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to, be the father and the husband that I'm supposed to be. And nothing I'm doing is good enough. Man, and women, guys, that if a man say, man, let's go to counseling, man, he's all in. You know what I mean? He's all in. Because men don't talk about feelings. Men don't talk about nothing. You know what I mean? Seriously, not when it comes to stuff like this. You know what I mean? Man, let's go to counseling. You know what I mean? It was my idea. We went twice and that was it. She didn't want to go no more because the therapist was telling her the same stuff that I was telling her. She didn't want to hear that. Man, was in church. That didn't work. You know what I mean? Stay with me. Nothing I said was good enough. You know what I mean? Stay with me. Didn't cheat on her, didn't abuse her, didn't neglect her. Man, I was a great father for the kids, was always taking the kids out. Man, I got off work before she came home. I had the kids they sat there, they read, they did their homework, dinner was cooked, you know what I mean? Clothes was washed, man. And I had a full-time job, you know what I mean? And so, man, all she had to do was come home from work, grab her plate, because she got home from work later than I did, just grab her plate and go to the bath. You know, I knew what time she was getting home. I had the bath water ready for her. You know what I mean? Her plate sitting in the microwave. You know what I mean? The kids already starting on their baths and their showers. You know what I mean? I did everything that I could for this woman to show her that I was all into this relationship. And it broke my spirit because nothing I did was good enough. Stay with me. She left the relationship. And man, that just broke me. That broke me. Stay with me. And I couldn't understand it. Man, God, what the heck? Man, I tried to do the church thing, that wasn't working. Man, nothing I did was good enough. Nothing. After she left the relationship, we had 3 kids. She had just had our last daughter. And she moved out. And I'm going to make a video about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. We're going to go in depth with that, okay? We're going to talk about that in the future. She left, right? And I'm devastated. I'm broken because I've never wanted my kids to grow up without me in their life on a day-to-day basis. And there's nothing I can do to make this relationship work. There's nothing I can do to show this lady that, man, it's all about me and her. You know what I mean? Me, her, and our kids. You know what I mean? I'm committed. I'm sold out. There's nothing I could do. After she left, man, I'm just going through it. Just having some real heart-to-heart conversations with God. Man, I'm crying, I'm broken, I'm shook. You know what I mean? I'm shook to my core because it's like, what the heck? What the heck did I do? What was I missing? What didn't I do? What should I have done? You know, you tear yourself down, what should have, would have, could have, you know what I mean? But I'm going through it and I'm trying to analyze everything. I'm replaying the whole marriage. All the years we was together. And I couldn't understand it. And I'm mad at God because, man, I'm praying, I'm going to church, giving my tithes and offering, working, coming home, taking care of the kids, being supportive, doing all the stuff that I could do. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing everything I could do. And the relationship fails. And so I'm talking to God one day. And he said, Elijah, I warned you this was going to happen. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, Elijah, I gave you a dream. Remember the dream where you and your wife were in the tow truck, not tow truck, just dump truck. We were driving a dump truck and we're just driving around and picking up all the trash and throwing it into the back of the truck, a regular dump truck. And she took off her wedding ring and she threw it up into the truck. And you were looking at her and you asked her, why would she do that? Why would she throw her ring? That didn't make any sense. That was like the stupidest thing ever. Why would you do that? And the dream ended. You remember that, Elijah? This conversation God is bringing back to my remembrance. And he's like, do you remember that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I told you, I showed you that she was going to throw your marriage away. I told you that. I warned you that. And it hit me. It's like, okay. Yeah, you showed me that. That still don't make sense. He said, Elijah, what she did didn't make sense. But I told you that, and I showed you that, I warned you that. Why are you mad at me? I'm like, man, I prayed, I fasted, I did all this stuff to make it work. He said, Elijah, everyone has free will. They could do what the heck they want to do. I'm not going to make anybody do anything they don't want to do. But it's deeper than that, Elijah. I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, God. And so a couple of days go by. Stay with me. A couple of days go by. And our oldest son together, he has a little Christmas thing. He's like in kindergarten where they're singing or something at the school. And so it's like at nighttime and all the parents are showing up and it's like skits and stuff that they're doing. And so I go to see him and to see his performance and everything. And she's there and the kids, and we have 3 kids together. She brought a daughter in. I have my oldest son with her. I have another son with her. And then I have my baby girl. And so we have 4 kids, right? And so they come running up to me, they see me, and they give me this big hug, and I'm holding them, except for the baby. She's holding the baby, obviously, right? And so I'm looking, and there's this guy sitting next to her. I'm like, okay. So I walk over to her, she gets up, and the guy gets up, and they come walking towards me. And that old street mentality comes back. It's like, I don't even know this fool. Why is he walking up to me? You know, this is what I'm thinking to myself. It's like, man, I should just kick this motherfucker in his throat. You know what I mean? Right here, right now, just kick him in his damn throat. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, chill out. This is when I'm having the conversation with myself. I'm talking to myself. You know what I mean? I'm talking myself off the ledge because I don't even know this dude, but he's getting up with her. And we're still legally married, but we're separated. You know what I mean? And he's walking over there with her towards me. This dude don't know me. Don't know what I'm capable of. You know what I mean? Don't know how close he is to getting his neck snapped because I'm about to kick him in his throat. You know what I mean? And I'm just on one, right? I'm hurt. I'm mad. I'm frustrated. I'm confused. What the heck is going on, right? And she introduces him. And she says his name. And it's like, boom. The man that she brought. And again, she wasn't originally from California. I brought her from Mississippi, moved her out there. The man that she had sitting with her, the man that walked up to me with her, was her daughter's, her dad from Mississippi. And all I could do was smile because it all made sense. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. It all made sense. It all made sense. And I'm no longer even mad at him. I was never really mad at him, but it's just the fact that you don't even know me. Why are you walking up to me? Sit your ass down. You know what I mean? Stay in your motherfucking lane. That again, stupid, right? But it made sense to me. I'm cool with old dude now. You know what I mean? It's like, man, you know what? I reached out, shook his hand, brought him in. I felt bad for him. Stay with me. My mind completely changed. Everything changed. As soon as I realized who he was, everything changed. And what I mean by that was, stay with me. It all made sense. The whole time we was together, all she did was badmouth this guy. The whole time we was married, all she did was talk about how this guy sucked and he wasn't a father figure and how he abused her and how he cheated on her and he beat her and he did this, all this crazy stuff. She had nothing positive to say about this dude the whole time we was together. And so the whole relationship, I'm trying to show her I'm not that dude. That's not my get down. You know what I mean? Stay with me. And it just clicked. It's like, oh, everything that I did was never good enough for you. You were always mad at me. You told me that you wish you could beat my ass just once. Even though I'm treating you like a queen. Because it wasn't about me. Stay with me, family. It's about to get heavy. It wasn't about me. All the stuff that I was doing, all the places I was taking you, all the things that I was doing for you, you wished it was this guy. You couldn't understand why it couldn't be this guy. You were still attached to this guy. Physically, you're with me. This guy's in Mississippi. You're with me out here in California. But emotionally, she was still attached to him. And everything that I did showed her what he didn't do. Everything that I did showed her, and it was, man, she wanted those things to happen. Everything I did, how I treated her, all that, she wanted those things to happen. She just wished it would have happened with this guy. It wasn't about me. But I made it about me because I didn't know any better. Man, I'm tearing myself down. I'm feeling bad because nothing I do is good enough for her. I'm second, triple, quadruple guessing everything I'm doing. I'm beating myself up. What the hell is wrong with me? How come I can't make my wife happy? How come she's constantly miserable? Man, I'm beating myself up over something that I can't control. I'm tearing myself down over something I can't control and over something that has absolutely nothing to do with me at all. At all. It was because she was still attached to someone else. It was because she wished all those things she was experiencing was with this other person. And when I came to that revelation, when God just dropped that on me right there in front of both of them, it was like, boom, the light just turned on. It's like my whole demeanor changed. I went from wanting to kick him in his throat to, man, embracing him and just feeling bad for him. I didn't even have any negative thoughts about him after that. It's just like everything changed. I felt bad for him. I felt sorry for him. Why am I sharing this with you? Family, because you have to understand who you are. You have to understand all the hell that you're going through. If you're doing everything in your power, if you've done everything in your power to do right and to treat this person and woo-doo, you did all that you were supposed to do. All that you're supposed to do. Understanding ain't none of us perfect, but you did all that you could do. You did everything that you know to do. And they still rejected you. They still dogged you out. And woo-doo. Man, family, it ain't about you. It ain't about you. Release them. Let them go. Because you'll never be good enough. Nothing you do will ever be enough for them. Let them go. Let them go in peace. Knowing that, man, they're attached to somebody else. They're with you. They're having sex with you. They're talking to you. They're laughing with you. They're going on vacation with you. They're eating with you. All this other stuff. They're here. But emotionally, they're there. They're there. And you can't bring them out of that. You can't cut that tie. Nothing you could do that's going to cut that tie. That's something that they have to do on their own. No matter how great you are to them, no matter how loving you are to them, no matter how supportive you are to them, there's nothing you could do that's going to cut that tie. They're going to have to deal with their issues, deal with their past, grow up, and cut that off. But the great majority of people ain't there yet. And so we tear ourselves down trying to kiss their ass. We tear ourselves down changing who we are, trying to accommodate and please them, trying to seek validation from them. And they're never going to validate us. They're never going to give us the credit we deserve. Because it's not about us. It's about their emotional attachment to somebody else. And because they're emotionally attached to somebody else, they can't be emotionally attached to you. I'm going to say that again. I don't care how great the sex is. I don't care how many times y'all go on vacation. I don't care what y'all do. I don't care how many kids y'all have. You know what I mean? If they are emotionally attached to somebody else, they cannot, will not, ever be attached to you. As long as they're gone somewhere else, as long as they're there, their body's here with you, but their mind is there. Their body's here with you. Their conversation's here with you, but their heart is there. Their desire is there. All that you're giving them, all that they're experiencing with you, all the beauty in life, all it's doing is making them wish that it could be that person doing this. How come it couldn't be him doing this? How come it couldn't be her doing this? And if you're not careful, you're going to destroy yourself trying to compete with the ghost of somebody's past. You're going to tear yourself down and go crazy when they don't have anything to do with you. But they're going to make it all about you. It's your fault, and you woo-doo, and you this, and you this. And the reality, it ain't about you. But they can't tell you that they're emotionally attached to somebody else. That's a hard pill to swallow because of our ego, because of our pride. We get in relationships and we think, man, if I love them enough, if I love them right, if I do this, I'll do this, and I'm going to show them how much I love them. I'm going to show them how much I'm into them, and blah, 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 blah. You could do all that crap and then some, and then some. But if they're emotionally attached to someone else, nothing you do is ever going to be enough. And they're going to abuse you emotionally. My hope and prayer is that you understand some of the things that you're going through. That you stop personalizing the rejection and the crazy stuff that people do. It ain't about you. It's not about you at all. At all. You have to know who you are. You have to love you in spite of their craziness, in spite of their neglect, in spite of their rejection. You have to love you. And you have to establish healthy boundaries. What are you going to accept? What are you not going to accept? You cannot reach your full potential staying in a toxic relationship like that at all. And I know people, they're against divorce, they're against separation and all that other stuff. And they're with all that religious stuff. I'm here to tell you, family, it is what it is. You cannot reach your full potential staying involved in a toxic relationship like that, where you're getting beat down emotionally in any other way because you're being made to feel like you're less than, and you're doing all that you could do because they're attached somewhere else, and they're going to make it out to be about you. It's your fault. When in reality, they were never there. They were never there. They were there physically. They were there sexually. They even had conversations with you, laughing and chopping it up and going on vacations with you and having kids with you and all this other stuff. But their heart was never there. That's a blow to an ego. That's a blow to your pride. That all that you did couldn't save them. All that you did to show them how much you love them, to show them that you're all into them, wasn't enough to draw them away from somebody that beat them physically, somebody that beat them down emotionally, somebody that neglected them, that cheated on them, that abandoned them, that did all this crazy stuff to them. And if you're not careful, you'll get caught up in that drama of what the fuck is wrong with me, to where, man, I'm doing all this good stuff for you. I'm trying to be the perfect person for you, but you would rather take your raggedy, ratchet ass back to somebody who beat you, who cheated on you, who abused you emotionally, physically, who neglected you, who treated you like crap. You would much rather be in a relationship with a person like that than be in a relationship with somebody like me, who all I have is love for you. All I've shown you is love. That's a blow to our ego. And that's a good thing. Our ego needs to die. We need to bring our ego under control. But don't allow that to change who you are. Don't allow that to stop you from being loving. Don't allow that to stop you from being the person you are. You can't be that way with them. I mean, you need to cut that off, because they're never going to embrace that. They're never going to accept you and cherish you and think the world of you like you do them. Let that mess go. Let that mess go. Move on with your life. Move on with your life. There's somebody out there that's waiting for you. There's somebody out there that's waiting for the love, waiting for the conversation that you bring to the table. And you're never going to get that holding on to this garbage. There's so much I want to say, so much more I want to say about that, but I'm going to just leave it at that. Family, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. It's not always about us. It's about us until it ain't about us. I'm going to say it again. It's about us until it ain't about us. We make it all out to be us. Man, I suck. Man, I can't do nothing right. Man, I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. Da, 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 da. We got all this stuff going on. We're tearing ourselves down. Because they can't let go of their past. We don't even know that they're still attached to their past. We don't even know that they're still connected to their past. We think they're here with us. We think we have all of them. And we don't. We never did. And we never will. It is what it is. Accept it for what it is and move on with your life. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace. Hey family, we're going to change the world, one person, one heart, and one mind at a time. We have to be the bridge that takes people from their darkness, their pain, their trauma, and ignorance to a place of peace, love, joy, and gratitude. Check out my website, ElijahAmi.com. I love you guys. Happy healing.